Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018, the place to catch a glimpse of your new favorite game before it shows up anywhere else. Now let's see what EA is cooking up with Command & Conquer Mobile, which we now know is Command & Conquer Rivals.
Exactly.
Yep. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
So you debuted this game today at EA Play, at the big showcase.
Yep.
This is a brand new Command & Conquer designed for mobile, is that right?
Exactly right. Yep.
What are you guys after with this?
So we're huge fans of strategy games, and we haven't seen. Great to hear. We haven't seen anything on mobile that really satisfied that core fantasy of commanding an army to victory. So we wanted to deliver that on mobile. So we set the goal of reimagining real-time strategy experience, doing it for mobile.
And we're going to watch a few matches here.
Yeah.
This is live gameplay. We've got 2 people playing.
Definitely.
Right here. So, all right, I've played some Command & Conquer. Is this designed for longtime Command & Conquer fans, new players? Who?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really for anyone that's looking for that real-time strategy experience. Obviously, for mobile, you have to do things really differently. Fitting it on a single screen, getting it right for touch controls, and then also on-the-go sessions. So we've compressed the matches into anywhere from 2.5 to a 5-minute match.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's designed for PvP?
Yes,
Is
it's
there
all
any
PvP.
PvE?
Just in the tutorials, you're ramping up, and
okay.
then you jump into PvP, and that's what it's all about. So all about intense, live, head-to-head 1v1 matches.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully we'll get some gameplay up here in just a second that we can comment on. But
Great.
what's your sort of like the most exciting new feature to you?
I mean, it's kind of everything. It's like being able to reveal this game today. We've been working on it for the last 2 years, and we're incredibly excited to get players playing the game. I think we want this game people to experience it and play it and judge it from gameplay.
All right, so we're looking at the start of a match here, right?
Yeah, so this is the start of a
know?
match. And Greg, do you want to jump in and talk about what's going on?
Absolutely. So you can see there our GDI player on the left. He's built a harvester. He's got it down there on the bottom. It's making more Tiberium for him, so he's going to be able to afford more expensive units as the game goes on. Currently, these guys are fighting over the top capture point here. Whoever controls a majority of the capture points is in control of that missile in the center. And as that bar fills up, when it reaches the end, the missile will fire at the enemy of whoever is controlling those capture platforms. So,
yeah, so one of the things that's really cool, we've got a lot of different map variety here. So on stage, we showed in our Tiberium River map, and this is one of our ice levels. You're also seeing that it's a 2 control point rather than the 3, so that changes gameplay pretty dramatically with which units are best to bring.
Is this all 1v1?
All 1v1.
All 1v1, very intense, like competition. Just feels really like a classic. That sort of those emotions you get out of playing a really hard-fought classic CNC match. You get in these little like 3 to 5 minute chunks. It's really exciting. It's really a lot of fun to play.
Sure. So it's really cool with Greg Black. So he worked on a lot of the CNCs in the past, and then was at Blizzard, I think, for 6 years.
Yeah.
Working on StarCraft 2.
Cool.
And we had been working on this game, needed some help with the combat design, and called Greg up, and he had a pretty interesting reaction.
Well, as you might imagine, I was pretty skeptical when they were like, "We're making a Command & Conquer mobile game." I was like, "Oh no!" But you never turn down a meeting, so I went up to take a look at it. And the second I started playing it, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, they've actually figured this out. This is awesome!"
Yeah.
And just immediately fell in love with it. And it's like so much fun. I'm actually really excited to get back to the hotel so I can just start playing against people.
Yeah. So for us, we just started our pre-alpha today. So Android users should head to there's the missile firing, doing 50% base damage. But Android users head to the Google Play Store, pre-register for a chance to enter the pre-alpha. And we already are starting to let players in.
Yeah, that's live now, right?
That's live right now. Yeah, so super excited about that.
I have to imagine, though, it is eventually coming to iOS as well?
Certainly will. Yeah. So we'll be soft launching in iOS. We don't have a date yet for that, but we're really, really excited to be on both platforms.
Yeah, it's funny. As big as mobile gaming is, there isn't a lot of RTS.
No, there's
in mobile
nothing.
gaming.
Yeah,
So
right.
There's definitely an opportunity there.
There's a huge opportunity, and I think, not that there's nothing, but I think really that nothing has delivered of really delivering that core fantasy of commanding an army to victory and the RTS heartstrings that we really hope we're delivering.
Yeah, and there's something that's really great about it being these smaller session lengths because you can just kind of like churn through a bunch of games without sort of like stressing yourself out too much. It's still very intense, but they're in these little bite-sized chunks.
Yeah.
And so I'll find myself like, I'm just going to play one game, and then like an hour's gone by and I played like 20, and I'm like, oh my God, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And it's a little different experience than 2 matches in an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't hurt so much after you've spent so much time building up your base to eventually lose the game.
Totally. Yep.
What about win conditions? Is it always the same, or is it?
Yeah, so the objective is to destroy the opponent's base, and you can do that with the missile. You can also run over and attack the base directly. And as we've been playing as a team, I think we see it something like 30% of the matches are direct kills to the base. So it's certainly a viable strategy, and different players you might see as one of the players jumping out in the top trying to sneak over. It's absolutely a way to play the game.
I guess one thing we don't get from the video is how it's being controlled.
Yeah.
The touch controls.
Right.
You tap an enemy, tap a unit.
Tap a unit, and then you see there's little hexes. It's all destination based. So you tap where you want the unit to go, and it automatically goes there. It will engage in any units that are nearby. If there's more than one unit, you can choose the target to switch it up to make the favorable counter or have the RPS match up properly for you. But I feel like when we hand it off to people, they're able to play pretty quickly in an intuitive way, and we're really excited about that.
One of the things going along with that's been really interesting is it is really easy to pick up and play. It is really intuitive, but there's actually a ton of depth, and we keep finding more. There's all these little micro tricks, little skill differentiations you can do. I mean, we see on our team the skill bands really separating, where guys can get really, really good at this in like a really meaningful way, which is so exciting because you can just pick it up and play it.
We'll give a little shout out to Joseph Dean, our server engineer, who's a bit of the villain on the team. Just crushes everyone, but he's so much better right now. So we need to find someone in the early access that can beat him.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned a villain. From the trailer that you showed earlier today, it seemed I think I recognized a familiar face in the trailer there.
Right, yep. He was there. Yeah, you're exactly right.
He was there.
He was there. Kane was there, and you'll see him. He's in the screen right now. So he's one of the commanders that players can play with. So we have eight.
We have
eight commanders.
4 GDI, 4 non.
Yep. So 4 per faction. Kane, and each of the commanders comes with a command power. So Kane is absolutely there. We're super excited to have him involved. And you want to talk about his command power?
His command power is the Obelisk of Light. It's you can see it down there. It's 150, I think, to place this giant laser turret that it's just like the original Command & Conquer games. It just charges up and then zots guys, and it's super super awesome, super nostalgic.
Yeah, as we can see here, things move along pretty quickly.
It's really intense. Yeah, I mean, when we're playing the game or even trying to cast the game, you can just be talking nonstop. And I think for players, there's a lot going on in a good way. You can be engaging in the different skirmishes and also keeping track of the whole battle as well. So we have a ton of fun playing it.
Yeah.
How does resource gathering work? How much do you have to spend? How much time do you have to spend thinking about that?
Well, so it's actually pretty deep. So we've tried to really, even in the short session, like get those sort of strategic decisions the players make in RTS games. Like, do they want to go really aggro, maybe not open up with a harvester, have a few more units to go pressure the other guy's harvesters? Do they want to build a deck with really late game, high-end units, but have
that
to
are a bit more expensive?
And really have to support that with 2 harvesters and like have a slower, greedier opener and sort of everything in between. If you go out and you destroy an enemy player's harvester, you actually get 100 Tiberian bounty as well. So there's a lot of incentive to be aggressive and go like push that other guy's economy and really harass him and do that sort of
So this is one of the cooler units, sorry to interrupt, that's going underground. That's the Rockworm that appeared in the trailer. We're super excited about that unit as it makes its fun appearance.
Pretty cool.
But for the economy, so you use Tiberium, that's the in-game resource to make your purchases. It will generate at a regular rate, and then with harvesters that will accelerate it. So players make a choice of the harvesters to build.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's been a minute, I think, since the last Command & Conquer game.
It has.
2012 or so, 6 years.
Yes.
The last one. So our longtime fans going to recognize a lot of the same units. Of course, we got Kane back. Is there a lot that they're also going to recognize?
Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely, I'm a huge Command & Conquer fan. I've worked on a ton of them. We're plumbing the depths of Command & Conquer for every unit we can think of that we love. In addition to adding new ones like the Rockworm, but you can, you've got the Titan there. You can see the Banshee flying over there on the right, the Obelisk, the Scorpion tank,
the Orcas, Mammoth tanks.
Basically all the classics, all the hits are going to be in or coming back in.
And it's been really fun to add new ones as well that we hope fans are gonna love.
Sure. Looks like this match is a little bit more neck and neck than the last one.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of back and forth with that missile. There's space control as that Titan shoots 2 hexes and was able to clear out that Obelisk. There's a disruptor that's doing a lot of damage there. Yeah, this is a pretty good match. It's go ahead.
You know, I was going to say, yeah, player 2 just had a huge push with a lot of heavy late game stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if he manages to hold this and take the game.
Right, and I think he does it. Yeah.
There it is.
Goes right now. Nice. Very cool. It's Command & Conquer Rivals.
Rivals, yes.
A little bit of a surprise, but maybe a welcome surprise. It looks
hope so.
very, very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Out right now for Android in sort of a, what are you calling it? Early access?
Early
or?
access,
Okay.
pre-alpha.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you have a roadmap for iOS or just
We don't have.
when it's ready?
We're not announcing anything yet. Stay tuned.
All right, cool. Guys, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Michael and Greg. We will be right back with the team behind Code Vein. Stick around.